Hello, my friends and frogs. How is everyone out there doing today? It is a wonderful, beautiful, crisp day. We're supposed to be dipping down into the 20s next week. I am not excited about that. I do not like the cold. I do not. But that's my personal problem, and I just have to deal with it. Well, I not. It is a beautiful day. It is so beautiful. I'm grateful to be awake. I'm grateful to be able to be here and talk to you. Thank you for joining me. I'm Cassie, and this is Cassie's Corner. And here we'll talk about a little bit of depression and anxiety and doing things like that. Things to expect, things to look forward to, things to help, tips and tricks to help you get out of that nasty little funk that you have. Um, right now, we have to worry about getting older. I do want it to be known that I am 54. I'm in my 50s. I'll be 55 in December. And that was my fear, I think, was growing up and getting old and having wrinkles and that kind of thing. And then I realized I had to go to um, a meeting, kind of like a family outing for my husband's company. He's worked for this company for 30 years, so there's no way, and he's kind of higher up in the business. So there was no way I was going to be like, okay, I can't go. I don't want to go. And there was a part of me that did say that I don't really want to go. But I did get up and I got ready, and of course I put my makeup on and things like that. And then we get there, and everybody talks about how much younger I look than my husband. Now my husband's in his 60s, so that kind of made me feel better. Vanity, vanity, vanity. Um, however, I mean we're all getting old. We're all getting older. Age happens, and we can't worry about how we look anymore. Um, we're just gonna have to deal with that kind of thing. And pretty is as pretty does. My grandma always told me that pretty is as pretty does. Um, and what that meant for me is if my attitude is not pretty, then I'm not going to be pretty on the. It doesn't matter what I look like on the outside. If I'm not pretty on the inside, and if I cannot think about others and be gracious and giving, then it just doesn't matter. And the funny thing is that she could have also been mean, especially in her younger years. She was as mean as she could be. Um, but however, I think of my grandma as the most wise woman I had. She only had my mom. She was born in the 30s. So she went through depression and all that kind of thing. She had 10 brothers and sisters. Well, she was the 10th. She was the middle girl, actually. So there were four guys, five girls, and then the last boy. So, and she was that middle girl. Um, so I kind of listened to what she said, and I kind of took it to heart because I felt like she was the most wisest woman I ever knew. And things that she would tell me were true. They were real. They were, they would happen the way that she would say that they were. So I felt like she had so much knowledge about life, that she lived life to the fullest before she was granted custody of me and my brother and my sister. Um, so there's that. Um, she didn't look her age until way past 60. My mom didn't look her age until maybe right at 60. My mom had health problems though, and um, of course she was a drinker and a smoker, and it kind of all hit her all at one time, and she kind of made herself seem older, look older, um, that kind of thing. So we can't worry really about how he age. It's gonna be there. It's gonna get there. And if it doesn't happen now, it's going to happen later. If it doesn't happen later, then, we're blessed. Now, by the time my grandma died, yes, she looked her age. She absolutely looked her age. And my mom, like I said, looked, she never had my mom, the nurse even said when my mom died, she didn't have any wrinkles on her face. I want to be that person to say, okay, I don't have any wrinkles on my face. But I can only hope to live that long. My mom died when she was 68. My grandma died when she was 83. So there's that. We just can't worry about what's going to happen in the future. If we are conditionally worrying about what's happening in the future, we can't focus on what we're doing right now. So the best thing to do is to just focus on what we're doing right now. I did have someone comment on one of my older videos that they can't find love because they're afraid of all the bad things that are going to happen afterwards. Or they can't seem to be happy because something bad always happens. And in my mind, if it's love, if it's like real love, if it's the kind of love, if it's giving, if it's natural, if it's love, it could be worth it. I don't know how to say that. Not everybody experiences like true love. Not everybody ever experiences the love that no matter what you do, you're not judged. There's no condition, nothing of that sort. It's just natural, true love, and someone is supporting you. If you can find that, it's rare. It's very rare, especially this day and time. And it takes a lot of work. It doesn't come naturally. It takes a lot of work. And bad is going to happen in this world. Because this world is so evil. There's always something bad going to happen. Always. And you can't associate love with bad things. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. Bad things are going to happen whether you're in love or not. I mean, you can fall in love and have that great, great, great unconditional love for maybe a year, and your partner passes away in a year, but you still have that rare, rare love. It's there. I think it's worth it. I think it's okay. Let me take this as far as I can go. Let me take this gift as far as I can go. Just make sure it is the real kind of love, the kind of love that is unconditional and fortifying and spiritual and just all the good things, all the good things. I would have that. I would have that for a day, even if I knew that one of us would die the next day. I would have that unconditional love for one day. I would take it, even if I knew. I mean, it's just it's that rare. So, and you have to love yourself first, because if you don't love yourself first, nobody's going to love you. And I had people tell me that when I was in a bad shape, in a bad way. Nobody is going to love you until you love yourself. And I'm like, but I can't love myself until somebody validates me. It's not up to them to validate me. It's not up to anybody else to validate me but me. My feelings, my thoughts, my behavior, all the way I feel about myself is about me. And I have to be in control of that. Because if I let somebody else control what I do or validate me or anything else, they have every right to say anything about anything else I do. They have the right to judge me. They have that right. They have, and it is so true. You cannot give love if you don't find love in you. You have to find something about you that I love. There's not much about me that I love. I do not like my nose. I do not like, of course, that stems from my mom calling me ugly every day. I do not like the way I walk sometimes, but that's, I have to be grateful I can walk. I have to. I don't like that I'm a gray-haired person, but I'm not going to dye it anymore because that took a lot of time. I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't like that I'm looking old, that my jaws are sagging, and then I'm overweight. I am overweight. You can't tell, but I am. I don't like it, but I need to get up and exercise. I need to get up from this microphone, and I need to take care of myself, and that's really, I don't want to. I just need to be grateful I'm alive. I need to be grateful that I'm here. and then I'll get to the exercise. I do have a gym membership, and I'm given every excuse in the world why I can't go there. Forgive me. But I have 3 kids. They're 38, 36, and 30. And then I have grandchildren. They're 11 and 6. She'll be 6 in November. So I have a son that lives like 45 minutes to an hour away. And then I have a daughter that lives, my youngest daughter lives 3 hours away. And then I have a daughter that lives with me. And she's the 36-year-old. She's the middle child. But she lives here, and she can be so dramatic. And I feel like some of the stress that I'm taking on can make me feel older, and it could also make me look younger if I give into it. But I have to love myself. I have to trust in myself, and I have to believe in myself in order to help them. Because without that, I mean, it's like the blind leading the blind. I have children. I want them to do the best thing that they can do. I want them to make the right decisions. And if I don't stand my ground and stand firm in my beliefs in myself and my belief in them, then they're not going to go very far. It's kind of, I don't want them to ever feel the way I have felt. And I know it's a possibility. Some depression can be hereditary. Some depression can be just what you go through. And I've been through a lot. I've been through so much. I don't even like talking about it. And like I said, I can talk about it as if I'm like it's a page. It's a movie. It's a clip from a movie scene. I don't have to indulge in it, and that's the only way I can get past it. I just can't help laugh. I'm sorry. I'm being as honest as I can be. I can't lie. I cannot lie. I tell people that all the time. They're like, yeah, sure, you can lie. You can lie. Yeah, I could. But what good would that do me if I'm sitting here lying mentally? What is that going to do if I'm lying to somebody else and making them believe a story that is not true? And I'm in my head, hey, that's not. Think about what you're doing, people. Yeah, I could lie, but there's 2 stories that I have to believe. That's not making any sense, especially if I'm depressed. If I'm a depressed person, if I'm an anxious person, it's not going to benefit me to make up stories. Y'all have a good day. I hope you have nice weather for now. I hope if you're going to have some cold weather, I hope that you can stay warm and that it doesn't affect you much. I know some people, when it gets cold, it affects their bones, like deep down in their bones, joints, and things like that happen. For me, it can affect my joints and my movement, my energy. It can affect my whole being. It's rain, anything like that. The moisture in the air, it kind of messes me up. So if you can deal with that, then God bless you. Really. Leave me a comment. Like my content, like my video. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I do drop another video. I like the comments. I know that the comments can grow my channel, but that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about your thoughts, your opinions, what you need to know, what I can talk about to make it feel better, or what I can do to make you look at things in a different light. And I hope that I do hope that you have a good day. I hope that work was good. I hope that your evening is great and that you have a wonderful dinner. Find that big belly laugh. Find something to be grateful for. And that is all I ask of you people. It is. Thank you for joining me. I'm Cassie. This is Cassie's Corner. And I will see y'all next time. Leave me a question or anything, any topic to hit on. And I will try to answer it for you in my own opinion. Again, I'm not a doctor. When I say you should or whatever, I'm just like, in my opinion, this is what helped for me. So I'm not directing you to take medicine. I'm not directing you. I think you need to look up all your options before you take my advice, because like I said, I'm not a pro. I don't know. I just know what has helped for me. A lot of people slap at me. No, 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 nobody slapped me, I promise. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.